Hello, everybody. This is Mrs. K, and one thing you might not know about me is that I love to write poetry. This is the month of poetry. April is Poetry Month, so in honor of Poetry Month, I'm going to read a few poems that I wrote to you. The first one is called I Am Going on a Snake Hunt. I am pointedly going on a snake hunt today, most probably going to catch one quickly and keep it in my pretty loo. We'll dress her up for parties, Easter, and Halloween too. I plan to name her Snaky. She will be excited to be mine. She will become my muse, my sidekick, and my slithering sage. She'll snake around our Christmas tree, delighted, dressed so fine. I will keep her till we both die of ugliness or old age. That was just one of my fun ones because it rhymes and I love rhyming type poems. This one is a little bit funny, I think. It's called She Walked to School Headless. She rolled her head down the hill. It picked up speed and lots of dirt and stuff. It began spitting out bugs and dust. Hey, didn't you need that for a math test? Mrs. Peabody, her truly nosy neighbor, asked her. The head stuck out its tongue, and it laughed. Ha 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 ha. Some people blathered about, trying to insist she put her head back on. She rolled to school headless, loving the wind in her neck. I thought you might like that one. Now this was called If You Step on a Crack. If you step on a crack, you will break your mother's back. When she made us mad, it's all we had. We would spend hours jumping on the sidewalk crack. It never worked. I'm terribly glad. That's kind of a fun one. Kind of fun, sure. This one is called The Ugly Small Fry Tattletale Thief. Now this is a limerick. It has a certain pattern to it. The ugly small fry tattletale thief slid to a quick stop, much to my relief. He was definitely mean, his tattle-tailing obscene, and frankly I gave him nothing but grief. That's kind of a fun one too. Now let me see, this was a longer one. I don't know if I want to do that one yet. Maybe not quite yet. This is called May and Charlie, and it's also in the limerick mode. So it's a type of poem called a limerick. Extra buxom pirate name of May would not give Charlie the time of day, but he got her to dance, and they did every chance. They live happily ever on Foxtrot Bay. That was just a quick little one, just kind of fun. Now, this is called The Swagger of a Pirate Queen, also written by me. She had that arrogant, all-knowing walk that warned pirates to get out of her way. The walk that made mean women gossip, the swagger of her womenfolk of May. Captain, she came aboard the pirate ship, with the swaggiest swag we had ever seen. Nobody gave her even a bit of lip. She grabbed our gold treasure. She was a queen. Captain, I would not have believed it myself, but her swagger kept us from fighting her. Women from May Island each added by elf, Captain, what could we do but bow and defer? That's the end of that one. Now the next one is kind of like Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. It is called alliterative, okay? Which means most of the words start with the same letter, okay? That's alliterative poetry. It's called Felicity's Ferocious Faith in Felix. Feeling flirty yet feral, Felicity's ferociously and fearlessly defended her fellow Felix Feldman's felines against the feministic feline haters. Splendiferously if the female felons who were fixated on the fight are to be believed. Felicity fed Felix's fervent feelings of faith by defending his felines and his right to have them in addition to their own formidable fellowship. She was the fervent queen of the festivities and the fine fancy festival that fine flavored evening. Felicity in no way let anyone defile or defeat the felines or her faith. Fact is, Felicity ferociously fought for fickleness and feckleness on Felix Feldman's part. She was his favorite female, and he was her famous fancy fellow. Felix's felines were fascinated by Felicity's faithfulness and favored the ferocious feral way She failed the feministic feline haters. Now, if you want to try poetry, I would suggest something kind of easy to start out with, like the first and the third line could rhyme, or the second and the fourth line could rhyme, or you could try something called a monochrome, and that is a monorhyme chrome is where all of them rhyme. So in order to do a monochrome, I guess they call it monorhyme poem, what I usually do is I just start writing all the words I can think of that rhyme with a letter, like all, ball, call, doll, fall, gall, haul, lol, mall, null, like that. I just go through the alphabet, and that's kind of a way to do it. Now, if you want to try an alliterative poem, just write down all the words you can think of with a certain letter, like all the letter Q or all the letter P, and try to make a poem out of it. Poetry is fun. It takes a lot of time, but it's a lot of fun, and it gets your imagination stirred up, and it's fun to do. Anyway, it's fun for me. Thank you for listening. See you later. Bye-bye.